Imagine if you could remember everything you study. Imagine reading a book once and recalling the important points days later. Imagine walking into an exam hall, a meeting room, or an interview, and remembering exactly what you prepared. Most people believe memory is a gift. They think some people are naturally intelligent while others simply forget things. But modern research suggests something surprising. Memory is not only about storing information, it is about retrieving information. According to studies highlighted in reports discussing Japanese memory practices, the brain remembers better when information is connected with images, movement, locations, emotions, and active recall rather than simple repetition. This is why Japanese train operators, mental abacus experts, students, and professionals use unique techniques that help them remember more and make fewer mistakes. Today, we will explore 7 powerful Japanese-inspired memory techniques that can transform the way you learn forever. Imagine entering your house. You open the front gate. You walk into the living room. You enter the kitchen. Now imagine placing information in each location. Suppose you need to remember a shopping list. Milk is flowing from the gate. Apples are hanging from the ceiling fan. Bread is sitting on the television. Because the brain naturally remembers places, these strange visual scenes become powerful memory anchors. This technique is called the method of Loci, or memory palace. It has been used for centuries and remains one of the most effective memory systems ever discovered. Many memory champions use this technique to remember hundreds of words, numbers, and facts. Show a person walking through a virtual house while different objects appear in exaggerated forms. The human brain evolved to remember locations. That's why you can remember the route to your school years later but forget a chapter you read yesterday. In Japan, many children learn the soroban, a traditional abacus. But something incredible happens after years of practice. They no longer need a physical abacus. They create a virtual abacus inside their minds. The human brain evolved to remember locations. That's why you can remember the route to your school years later, but forget a chapter you read yesterday. In Japan, many children learn the soroban, a traditional abacus. But something incredible happens after years of practice. They no longer need a physical abacus. They create a virtual abacus inside their minds. Instead of remembering the number 888, imagine 4 giant snowmen standing together. Instead of remembering a date, convert it into a visual scene. Turn boring information into vivid mental images. The stranger the image, the stronger the memory. Every day in Japan, train operators point toward signals and speak their actions aloud. Green signal, confirmed. Track clear, confirmed. This practice is known as Shisa Kanko. Researchers believe that combining sight, movement, speech, and attention dramatically reduces errors and improves memory. When you only look at something, your brain can become passive. When you point and speak, multiple brain systems become active simultaneously. While locking your door, point at the lock. Say loudly, "I have locked the door." While studying, point at formulas. Read them aloud. Your attention increases instantly. Japanese train operator checking signals with confidence. Then compare it with a distracted person forgetting daily tasks. Most students make a huge mistake. They read the same page again and again. It feels productive, but science shows something different. The brain becomes stronger when it struggles to recall information, rather than simply seeing it again. This is called active retrieval. Read a page, close the book. Now write everything you remember. Your brain is forced to search for information. Every successful search strengthens memory pathways. Memory is like a muscle. Reading is watching someone exercise. Retrieval is doing the exercise yourself. Researchers have discovered that places create powerful memory cues. Have you ever entered a room and suddenly remembered something important? That happens because the brain links memories with locations. Japanese learning systems often encourage connecting knowledge with environments and experiences. Study biology in one corner. Study mathematics in another. Study vocabulary during a walk. Different locations create different memory pathways. The brain gains multiple routes to access the same information. Movement is not the enemy of learning. It can actually improve it. Studies suggest that actions performed during learning become retrieval cues later. This is one reason Japanese practices often combine body movement with mental focus. Walk while revising. Use hand gestures. Write notes by hand. Point at important concepts. The brain connects physical movement with information. Later, recalling the movement can help recall the information itself. Student walking slowly while revising formulas. Athlete mentally rehearsing movements before competition. Most people study like this. Study for 5 hours. Forget everything after a week. Japanese-inspired learning methods emphasize reviewing information over increasing intervals rather than cramming. Day 1. Learn. Day 2. Review. Day 5. Review. Day 10. Review. Day 20. Review. Day 40. Review. Each review strengthens the memory before it fades. This method is one of the most scientifically supported ways to build long-term retention. The secret is not studying more. The secret is reviewing at the right time. Scientists now believe memory problems are often retrieval problems rather than storage problems. The information may already exist inside your brain. The challenge is finding the correct path back to it. Japanese memory practices create multiple retrieval pathways: images, movement, location, speech, testing, repetition over time. The more pathways you create, the easier it becomes to remember. The difference between people with average memory and extraordinary memory is rarely natural talent. It is usually method. Japanese train operators reduce mistakes through focus. Mental abacus experts strengthen visualization. Students improve recall through active retrieval and spaced repetition. The brain is not designed to memorize endless information through repetition alone. It is designed to connect, imagine, move, and retrieve. Start with just one technique today. Build a memory palace. Test yourself instead of rereading. Use movement while learning. Review at spaced intervals, because a sharper memory is not a gift, it is a skill. And skills can be trained.